All right. Um, I want to talk about Pooka Lives in this video. Now, here's the thing. For one, I didn't know they were doing a sort of like a part two to Puka, and it's not necessarily a part two. It's just a another movie in the franchise, kind of. Okay, so basically, it opens up onto this guy, and from what's going on around him, we can tell that he's like a disgraced writer, and he's running away from his problems, basically going back to his hometown to hang with his old friends and trying to come back from whatever happened, which they never really told us. um, so he starts working at this, I want to say, an ad agency or the Puka company to try to, you know, what the hell was he? He was a copywriter. I don't really know what that is, but that's what he was. He was a copywriter for like the Puka company. So at the beginning, it shows the original Puka creator killing herself and her husband because she was freaking insane. So he starts working at the company now, and that he still has to deal with the issues of everybody clowning him and um, clowning him and still being a laughing stock. So there's this huge YouTuber who's still making fun of him and whatnot. So he still has to deal with that. So him and his friends decide to come up with like a challenge, which is like the Puka challenge. So basically, you do this ritual and Puka is supposed to come out, but it was all fun and games, which in actuality it turned out to be a real thing. And I find this very interesting because the girl, I don't remember her name in real life, the girl that played his friend that he was staying with, the girl with the red hair, was actually in the episode of Supernatural where they dealt with the same type of thing, which are called topas, which basically you put enough energy into something, it actually becomes, comes to life and becomes true. So I found it really like interesting and fascinating that she was in this dealing with the same thing that was in the Supernatural episode that she was in. But anywho, um, Puka started to evolve and change with each story. People started making things up, and then you do the ritual, Puka would come and kill you, and whatever, whatever. So in the end, they geared up for a Puka war, and that was it. Like I was like what? Like the original Puka was good. Like I liked the original Puka, but this was trash. Like legit, like poop on the bottom of your shoe, trash. It was terrible. Like again, this is another one where I would say if I wasn't invested Into the Dark, I wouldn't even watch it. It was terrible. It was trash, it was garbage, it was everything that is wrong with shitty movies today. So that being said, it definitely gets less than a one. But since it has to be 1 to 5, I'll give it a 1 out of 5. It was really bad. There wasn't much. They try to give a backstory, but there wasn't much in explaining what he did. We know he did something to piss people off, and he was getting a lot of backlash, but they never really said what he did. And I don't know. It was lacking in something. Like a lot of these Into the Dark movies, which a lot of them I can stomach, but this one was trash. The St. Patty's Day one was good. This one, it was just like, I don't know. It was just terrible. It was really terrible. And so I definitely do not recommend it, but if you're like me and you're invested, why not go check it out? So that's it. That's all I have to say. Like, it was really terrible. And don't waste your